On July 19 of 2024, 8.5 million computers using Microsoft worldwide suddenly crashed with a blue screen error, also called blue screen of death. This was so big that airports, hospitals, and various massive organizations were also affected, causing a loss of billions of dollars. Today I'll tell you what was the real problem which caused the crash in full detail. I'll also explain whose mistake this really was and how hackers are using this disaster for their advantage in hacking. And a fun fact, the person behind this outage actually made the same mistake in 2010 as well, causing another massive computer disaster. This is his second time and I'll tell you about it later in this video. And also how to fix this blue screen if you still have it. First, let me clear that this was no cyber attack. It was a system failure, and this crash wasn't actually Microsoft's fault, but of a company called CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike is a cybersecurity company, and they have a protection software called Falcon, which comes installed in Microsoft operating system. And it's really weird how security software became the reason for killing millions of computers. This was possible because Falcon is not just a normal software that is given to you for no reason while you're edging on edge. Falcon is a system software, and it's attached to the core system, which can make changes to sensitive files. But for any software to attach itself to the core system, it needs a special license called WHQL from Microsoft. And this isn't given to just anyone. A software has to go through multiple complex tests and reviews to get this license. CrowdStrike happened to pass the test and got this license. So you can see why Microsoft trusted it so much. Now, the problem happened when developers were preparing to update some features in the Falcon sensor. This sensor works deep in the background looking for any potential threats or anomaly. In this update, the problem was with a configuration file, also referred to as channel files in CrowdStrike, which works as a protection mechanism in Falcon sensor. Now, one of the programmers wrote bad C++ code with a missing null check, which led to the code trying to access an invalid memory location 0x9c in the channel file 291.sys. Then this update was pushed for version 7.11 into all the Windows computers in the world, and whoever had automatic update turned on installed this at 409 UTC. All config files got updated, which triggered a logic error, and since this error happened in the kernel, which is the core of system, massive crash happened showing blue screen of death on 8.5 million devices all over the world. The airport went back to Stone Age writing the flight timings on whiteboards and filling tickets with pen. But to think that a single programmer can do this much damage to the world, imagine what's happening in this world. But hey, programmers do mistakes all the time. How is an organization this big so careless to allow first-hand code into final release? Isn't there any checks before pushing an update? Actually, I think the problem is in this person. Do you remember McAfee antivirus? On April 21st, 2010, this antivirus released an update which had a serious bug that accidentally removed the service host file in Windows, causing a worldwide crash of hundreds of thousands of Windows XP computers. The CTO of the company at the time of this disaster was George Kurtz. And yeah, you guessed it right. The current CEO of CrowdStrike is also this same man. As you can see, companies under George Kurtz is supposed to cause worldwide tech disasters. Either this man has no knowledge of managing organizations or is just too lazy because of money. But he won't have that money anymore because both CrowdStrike and Microsoft are losing their market value like water. But now hackers and scammers are taking full advantage of this problem to get rich. Many people reported getting phishing emails and phone calls from scammers pretending to be CrowdStrike staffs, trying to install malicious scripts saying that it will fix the error and make their computer good again. Some are even selling these. And yeah, many people fall for it as well. Let me be clear that you don't have to install anything. The files were fixed on the same day of outage and new update has been pushed. I don't know when this video will reach you, but if you still have the blue screen error, there is a creator named Maddie Mac Tech who made a tutorial on this. I'll give the link in description, but here's what you have to do.
So after a certain amount of restarts, you should get to the recovery screen and you want to click on See Advanced Repair Options. Then you're going to click on Troubleshoot, Advanced Options, and then Startup Settings. And now just hit this restart button. Now when this screen pops up, you want to hit the 4 number. And once you log into the computer, you're going to open up a Windows Explorer. Then you're going to click on the drive that your operating system's on. Mine's on the C drive. And then you're going to open up the Windows folder. And then you're going to open up the System32 folder. And then you want to scroll down until you find the drivers folder. Open that up. Now open up the CrowdStrike folder. And in the Windows Explorer search bar, you're going to search for this C- and then 5 zeros 291 *.sys. And the file that comes up, you're going to click on it and then hit the delete key. And now if we restart our computer again, we cross our fingers while it's booting up. And now we're able to log back in and use our computer like normal. Easy.
So, I think that's it for this video. Hope you're safe. Watch the video in right side to understand how smartphones are getting really serious now. My next video is going to be on everything about cracking and piracy. So if you want to watch, then subscribe and turn the bell icon on. See you next week.